Hi, this is AJ Hogue, the director of Effortless English, and I'm going to do a little lesson, probably several lessons, to help you understand one of Tony Robbins' recent videos. So, Tony Robbins did a video, and he actually did a little discussion with two other people, Frank Kern and John Reese. Now, Frank Kern and John Reese are internet business people. They're entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur is someone who owns their own business. They start their own business. And so in this video, Tony talks with Frank Kern and John Reese, and they discuss, the kind of the difficult economy we have now, and also basically how can you get more success in your life. And, whatever success is for you. Maybe that means money. Maybe that means learning better English. Maybe something else. But anyway, I want to help you understand this video. A lot of our members watched Tony's video, and they told me, oh, it's hard to understand. Tony talks very fast. The other two guys, Frank Kern, John Reese, they talk fast. They use idioms and slang sometimes. So please help me understand it. So what I'm going to do is something I call the movie technique. I learned it at university in Shenandoah University, where I got my master's degree, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I would just play a short part of Tony's video. Then I'll pause his video, and then I will paraphrase what he says. In other words, I will say the same information, but I will use easier English. I'll speak a little more slowly, and I will use more common words, more direct words, and I'll help you understand this video. Now, this technique is a deep learning technique, so I go slowly so you understand everything. So in this video, this is part one, I will do just the beginning part of the video, and we'll go little by little, and maybe I'll do part two, part three, part four later, if you like it. So let's start. We'll just play Tony's video. I'm just going to play, pause, explain, play, pause, explain. It's very simple.
Hey guys, it's Tony Robbins. Listen, I've got a video here for you today that I think you'll really enjoy.
Okay, beginning, he introduces himself. Hey guys. Guys just means people. It really means men, but here he's saying, it just, hey guys, it just means hi everybody. And he says, I have a video here I think you will really enjoy.
I am, for the last, 9 months or so since the economy took its giant collapse.
So he's saying, for the last 9 months since the economy took its giant collapse. Collapse means a big fall. Something falls or kind of falls down is really the idea. Fall down, like a building. If you have a building, if it collapses, the whole building falls down. So the economy, the world economy, especially the American economy, it fell down, right? It's gone down very fast. So that's what collapse means. So he's saying since this time, 9 months ago, the economy collapsed. It went down very fast. He's been thinking.
All over the world in different areas financially. I've been meeting people that are trying to figure out what to do financially.
So he's saying, I've been meeting a lot of people who are trying to figure out, trying to understand what to do financially. Of course, financially means with money or about money. So Tony's meeting all these people, right? The economy went down. People are losing their jobs. And Tony is meeting a lot of these people, and they're saying, what should I do? My business is having problems, or I lost my job. So all these people need financial help. And Tony's been thinking, how can I help them? How can I help them?
And I've watched so many people in business who are trying to figure out what to do. Their customers are responding in a different way.
So he says there are so many people in business who are trying to figure out, trying to understand or know what to do. They're having problems. Their customers are responding in a different way. Their customers are not doing what they did before. Maybe they're buying less, for example.
They're hanging on to their money, and their
customers are hanging on to their money. To hang on to something is to hold it and keep it. It means you don't want to let go. If you hang on to your money, It means you're trying to keep your money. You don't want to spend the money. You don't want to give the money. So obviously, if you're a business person, it's a problem if your customers hang on to their money, right? They're not buying from you. So Tony said, I meet a lot of people now, and their customers are holding on to the money, hanging on to the money. They're not buying from them.
Concerned.
And they're concerned. These business people are concerned. These people are concerned. They're worried. To be concerned means to be worried.
I thought, the traditional approaches to business are not making a difference.
So he said, I realized, the traditional approaches to business, it means the traditional methods, the normal methods for business, they're not making a difference. To make a difference means to contribute or to succeed or to improve, make an improvement. So that's what this phrase means. If you say, I want to make a difference, it means I want to improve something or help somehow to make a difference. So he's saying the old traditional methods are not making a difference. They're not improving. They're not helping people. They're not helping business people. People need a new way of doing business. Sounds kind of like learning English to me, but anyway, let's go.
What I'm best at is modeling.
And then Tony says, what I am best at is modeling. What does he mean? Now, he's saying he's using model as a verb, to model. To model means to find a successful person and basically to copy what they are doing, copy how they think, do what they do, think how they think, feel how they feel, right? If you want to be great with stocks, investing, maybe you get Warren Buffett, right? Super rich guy. And you model him. You see, what does Warren Buffett do? You do the same thing. That's what he means. And so Tony says, I'm great at modeling. I find the best person, and then I see, how do they think? What do they do? And I do the same thing.
I've always, when I wanted to figure something out, I go to people that are the best in that area. And
he's saying, when I want to figure something out, when I want to understand something, when I want to learn or know something, I find the best person in that area, and then I model them. I ask them questions. I learn what they know. I copy what they do. So what he's doing now, he found two very successful people in new business, internet business, Frank Kern and John Reese. These guys are very, very successful. Frank Kern, with his internet business, he made, can't remember the number. It was, I think, $18 or $23 million in one day. One day. His business made, it's maybe 18. I'll say 18. It's 18 or more million dollars in one day. John Reese, he was the first person to make $1 million in a day. So several years ago, with his internet business, he made $1 million in just one day, 24 hours. And then later he made a lot more money, and Frank Kern, of course, later made $18 million in one day. So these two guys are really masters. They're really, really good with internet businesses. So Tony realized, these guys are the best. I will go to them. I will talk to them. I will learn from them so that I can also learn how to succeed with my business higher. And then Tony likes to help other people. That's his business. So Tony realized, okay, I'm going to learn from these guys. I will learn from Frank Kern. I will learn from John Reese. And then I will find a way to help a lot of other people. Teach a lot of people what they know, so that a lot of people can start their own little business, maybe a little internet business, maybe a small business in their town, and they can use the same ideas, the same strategies to also succeed. So Tony wants to help a lot of people succeed.
Figure out what they're doing and teach myself how to do that, and then teach others to do the same.
So he's saying, first I find the best people, then I teach myself how to do what they're doing. So he found the best people, John Reese and Frank Kern. Then he learned from them so that he, Tony, could also succeed with an internet business. And then finally, the third step, now he wants to share this information with all of us, so that we can also succeed and we can do well and we can survive and we can be happy in this difficult economy.
So I've proven its worth with myself. I said, I want to find the best of the best.
I want to find the best of the best, the very, very top people.
And I've been really fortunate over the last, as I say, probably 7, 8, 9 months.
And he says, I have been really fortunate over the last 7, 8, or 9 months. To be fortunate means to be lucky. So he says, I've been very lucky over the last 7, 8, 9 months. It means during that time, from 9 months ago up until now. During that whole time, he has been very fortunate, very lucky.
To have spent some time interviewing and getting to know and becoming good friends with many of the top people in the internet marketing. I mean,
okay, so he's saying, why has he been lucky? Why has he been fortunate? Because during this time, he has been able to meet a lot of the top internet business people, internet marketing people. He has been able to talk to them, get to know them, become friends, learn from them. So he's out there meeting all these really successful internet business people, internet marketing people. Frank Kern and John Reese, two of the best. So Tony says, oh, I'm so lucky I could meet these really great people and learn from them. Because before, 1 year ago, Tony didn't know about internet business and internet marketing. He sold a lot of things on TV, but as you know, television advertising, very, very expensive. So for small business people like me, maybe like you, advertising on television, it's too much, it's too difficult. So Tony realized I need to help regular people, small business people. And the internet is a better kind of business for small business people. So Tony has met all these great, successful internet business people, talked to them, learned from them, and interviewed them. And now he's going to share some of this with us.
People that, they're not the likely people you normally look at. I look at them as the new money masters.
So he's saying these people, these internet marketing, these internet business people, they're not the likely people you would expect. Likely means the most common or what you would probably think, right? Usually we think of a big, rich, successful person. We imagine maybe Bill Gates. We imagine a person in a suit and a very expensive tie, expensive clothes, very serious business people, right? That's my image. That's what I imagine. That's the likely person I see, the most likely, the most common image for me of a rich, successful person. But Tony says, wow, these new internet people, internet business people, they're not like that. They're really casual, friendly, relaxed people. Very normal people. You'll see in the video, Frank Kern, he's like a surfer, man. He dresses very casual. He likes to surf in the ocean. He's a very relaxed guy. He's got long hair. I mean, these are not like kind of old, big company people. But they're very, very, very successful, very, very, very rich. And so Tony's saying these are just normal people like you, like me. But they've learned how to succeed. And now Tony wants to learn from them and teach all of us too.
They're guys that, they didn't have the traditional education.
So he's saying these guys did not have traditional education, right? They didn't go to big universities at Harvard or Oxford. They don't have a PhD. Many of them, no college at all, no university.
Ladies that didn't, but they found a way to add value.
They found a way to add value. He means they found a way to add something valuable to their customers. They found a way to help people. That's what he's saying. To add value means to give, to add something valuable to their product, to their business, for their customers. They found a way to do something useful, helpful, valuable for their customers. That's the secret to success in business.
So whether you're looking for an opportunity to figure out how to have a second income stream or...
So he's saying now, he's talking to us, he's saying, maybe you are trying to figure out, to understand, to know how to get a second income stream. What does that mean? Well, excuse me, my nose itches. A stream, is water, right? It's like a river, a small river, moving water. Well, in business, we talk about an income stream. It means a source of income. It means money is kind of coming to you like water. It's coming constantly, right? So maybe I have a product, like in my business, for example, I have my effortless English lessons. For my business, that is an income stream. It means every day people buy my lessons and the business gets some income, some money coming. So it's constant. It's not just one time. One time's not a stream. It just comes and then it's gone. But a stream means it's constantly coming, just like water is constantly moving in a river, in a stream. So you want an income stream for your business. You want money that's constantly coming every day. So he says maybe you have a job already, but you want a second income stream. You want another source of money coming in every day. So maybe that's why you want an internet business, or maybe that's why you want a small business. That's one possibility.
You have some form of business you're considering being in or you're in and you want to learn some tools.
He says, or another possible thing, maybe you already have some kind of business that you are in, that you are doing, or maybe you are thinking about doing a business, and you want to learn how to be successful. You want to have good tools. By tools here, tools he means strategies or methods. You just want to learn some new methods, new strategies, new ways to succeed. So maybe that's you.
I thought I'm going to create some great products for this, but I thought I'd just send you out first.
So he said, first, I thought I would create some great products for this. So he is creating a product you can get every month from Tony, some information about succeeding with your business. I think he's calling it Money Masters. And when you join his program, every month he sends you a CD, a DVD, and a book. And each month he interviews a different successful business person. And I think it's mostly internet business. So maybe month number 1, for example, is Frank Kern. You see him in this video. And he interviews Frank Kern. Frank Kern teaches you his secrets to success. Maybe month 2, he interviews John Reese. John Reese teaches his secrets to success. Maybe month 3, it's a new person. Maybe Perry Belcher or another very famous, successful internet business person. And so this is his product. But Tony says, also, not just my product, I want to give you some free stuff. So this video we're watching now, this is just a free video from Tony to help us succeed, to help us do better in our life.
First, a neat little interview that I did with them. These guys.
See, so this is a neat little interview I did with them, Frank Kern and John Reese. Neat here means interesting or fun. It's a fun little interview. It's a nice little interview. It's a neat little interview. Same meaning.
Guys called me up and said, "Can we come by? I'd love to chat with you." And I said, "Well, we're going to chat. Let's put it on films."
So he said, these guys, Frank Kern and John Reese, they called me up and they said, "Can we come chat with you?" Right? So they called Tony on the phone. "Hey, Tony, can we come chat with you? Can we come talk with you?" And Tony said, "Well, if we're going to chat, let's put it on video. Let's record it. Let's record our conversation. Then we can share it with everybody." So that's what he's saying. They called Tony, and then they used the cameras, and they recorded their conversation. They had a very interesting conversation about some good ways to succeed, some good ideas for success.
So we just knocked around, and what they wanted.
So he said, we just knocked around. It's a little bit of kind of slang. To knock around means, it means just to kind of, to talk or to play, but no, with no goal. There's not like an organized method. They just sat and they just started talking, and then something good came. But there was not a plan. They didn't write a plan before and follow some organized plan. They had a spontaneous, casual conversation. So to knock around has this idea of spontaneous, no plan. To do something with no plan. To knock around.
Ask me was, look, we spent enough time with you. We know you know how to get people to take action.
So he's saying, what did they ask me? Frank Kern and John Reese. They asked Tony something important. They said, Tony, we know that you can help people take action.
I said, well, come on over and let me kind of get inside your heads a little bit.
So he's saying, I told them, come over to my house. I think it's actually a hotel. Come over to my hotel and let me get inside your head a little bit. To get inside someone's head, it's another slang phrase. If you say, I want to get inside your head, it means I want to understand your thinking. I want to understand what you know. I want to understand how you think. To get inside someone's head. So this is just the introduction. Tony's saying they have a conversation. Frank Kern and John Reese, they want help from Tony. Why? Well, Frank Kern and John Reese, they have products. They teach people how to succeed with business. But what's the problem? Their problem, people will buy their product and then they do nothing. So Frank Kern, for example, he gives people great information to succeed with business, with internet business. But then people don't do it. They read the information, but they do nothing. They don't take action. To take action means to do something. And John Reese has the same problem. So they said, Tony, you need to help us. Because we have a lot of customers. We give them good information, but they don't do anything. So Tony, how can we get people to do something, to take action? It's kind of like learning English, right? I feel this way with some people. I give them these great lessons. I give them great information. My free 7 Rules course, my free podcast. I give all of this stuff. But some people do nothing. They don't listen to the lessons. They don't listen to the podcasts. They don't follow the 7 rules. And then they don't improve. Their speaking stays bad and they're still unhappy. So it's a little frustrating for me. I'm like, I told you what to do. I gave you these great lessons. Just do it. This is a common problem in life in many areas, right? There's 2 things we need. We need knowledge. We need to know what to do. We need the good lessons. We need the great teacher. We need the good information. But then there's a second problem. Tony says, you need to do what you know. In other words, you have to also have motivation and action and strong emotion and a strong energy. So you have the good information and then you actually do it. Those are the 2 things we need, right? We need both. So Tony's going to talk to John Reese and Frank Kern about this topic. That's the discussion topic he's introducing now.
Let me see why you follow through. Why do so many people say they're going to do something and then never follow through?
So Tony says, I want to talk to Frank and John and say, why do Frank and John follow through? And why do so many other people not follow through? What does that phrase mean, to follow through? It's a very common English phrase. To follow through means to do what you know, what I was just talking about. It means you have the knowledge, you have the lessons, you have the information. Well, step 2 is to follow through. It means you use it, you actually do it. So that's the idea of to follow through. It means you take your information, you take the knowledge, and you use it. You actually do it. Right? So a lot of people don't follow through. They get the information, yes, but they don't actually do it. They don't follow through.
And a few people do something inside their head and heart that gets them to follow through.
So he's saying, but a few people, they do something inside their head, or they do something inside their heart, their emotion, their feeling, that gets them, that causes them to follow through, to take action. So some people do. A lot of people have the information, right? Example, a lot of people have my English lessons. thousands and thousands, tens of thousands have my English lessons. Some of them do nothing. They don't use them. But I'm happy to say actually a lot actually follow through. They get the lessons, they listen to them every day, they use them, they do it, they succeed, they improve. They follow through. So Tony's question, what Tony wants to know, what's the difference? People who follow through, people who don't follow through, right? Everybody has the same information. Everybody has the same ability. Some people will do it, some people do nothing. Why? What causes some people to do the action, to do it? What causes some people not to? It's an important question.
So I just thought you might enjoy this conversation we've had. It's with Frank Kern.
So he's saying, I thought you might enjoy this conversation we had. The conversation is with Frank Kern and John Reese. So it's Tony, Frank Kern, and John Reese.
And John Reese, two of the best in this industry.
Two of the best in this industry. The industry means it's the internet business industry.
And I think you'll find it interesting.
I think you will find it interesting. I think you will think that it's interesting.
Maybe you'll be triggered a little bit to think about what will get you to follow through too.
Maybe you will be triggered to think about what will get you to follow through also too. What does that mean, trigger? Now, trigger is like in a gun, right? We have a gun, and there's this part on the gun, we pull it, right? With our finger, boom. That part is called the trigger. What does a trigger do in a gun? It starts the action, right? Right? If we want to shoot the gun, what's the first thing we must do? If we want the gun to shoot, we pull the trigger. The trigger starts the action, and then boom, the gun will shoot. Pow, the gun will work. So a trigger is something that starts an action. And we can use it as a verb. To trigger something means to start an action. So what's the action we want? The action we want is to follow through, right? If you're learning English, you have the lessons, for example. You have all the information from me. You have my lessons. What action do you want? Well, you want to listen to them every day. Well, you need a trigger. What's going to start it? What's the very first thing to make you begin? Maybe it's your dream of speaking English quickly and easily and automatically. Maybe you have a test coming and that creates some stress or fear and you say, I need to do something, I need to study. And that makes you begin. For everybody, it may be a little different. But something in your head, a thought, a goal, an idea, a belief, or some feeling in you, some fear or some excitement, something will cause you to finally do the first step. That's the trigger. The trigger is the first step.
So this is my little gift to you. I hope you enjoy.
So he's saying, this is my gift to you. This video is my free gift to you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it will help you.
We got the dialing.
And then we begin. The next section is Frank Kern and John Reese in their car calling Tony. They call Tony and they say, Tony, can we come talk to you? But I'm going to stop right here. I think that's enough right now. That's actually quite a bit of English right there. Plus, Tony talks quite quickly. He's a very fast speaker. So here's what I want you to do. This is the movie technique. Watch my video here. Watch this video, I don't know, maybe 2-3 times each day. And do this for 2, 3, 4 days. This is the deep learning system of effortless English. We repeat everything several times. One time's not enough. You need it to go deep, deep, deep in your mind, right? You want this English to become automatic. So you need to learn deeply. So just do that. Maybe for 3 days. Watch my video explaining everything slowly. After that, next, go watch Tony's original video. Just the beginning. Just this section we just watched now. The beginning part. Let me go back. This part here with Tony talking. And then watch Tony's original video, full speed, very fast, and watch it several times. Play the beginning part, just a few minutes, right? 2-3 minutes. Then go back to the beginning, play it again. Back to the beginning, play it again. Back to the beginning, play it again. 4 or 5 times in one day. The next day, do it again. Just the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe later in the evening, do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. You will learn this section very well, very deeply. And then, maybe if I have some time and you're nice to me and you put nice comments on my blog, maybe I'll do part 2 and I'll explain all of the next section. And then I'll do another section. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn each little part very deeply, totally, 100%. We're not trying to go fast and do all of the video very quickly. We want to go deeply and really understand all of it. First, slowly with me, and second, full speed with Tony. So that's our goal. So I hope you enjoyed this beginning part. Follow this system. Leave a comment on my blog. Tell me if it's helpful, if you want me to do more. And a lot of people want me to do more, then I will. And hey, watch Tony's original stuff. I love Tony Robbins. He's the best. He's great. So see you again. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. And then we'll stop.